All right, you guys have seen this screen for long enough. I'm sure you're bored of it. Let me swap us over to our faces as we go live a little itty bitty bit earlier than expected, but still alive. Wait, which side is that? Ah, my camera's off. One sec. We'll just do that for now. Anyways, hello, Zombie Grub. Good to see you. It's been a while.
It's been over 12 hours.
Actually, it has, because we had such a stupidly quick broadcast this morning. Actually, I don't think it's quite been 12 hours, but wait, 5? No, not quite, but still. Anyways, we are here with the Gameland North American Qualifiers. Now, I guess there's been some questions about this on Team Liquid, and I didn't frequent the Team Liquid threads, so I didn't see them. I just wanted to answer a couple things before we got going with the show today. So again, like, you're hearing this, and there's still like 5 minutes to go until we're ready to start. First off, people are wondering why we're not allowing Chinese or Korean players, etc. First off, the Koreans we wanted to limit. This was actually our doing as well as the organizers. We came to this agreement together where we didn't want this to be a raffle stomp fest. We didn't want to invite 7 Koreans and have 1 North American representing a North American tournament. It wouldn't be fun, and I don't think it would be fair. So we settled on 3 sort of mid-tier Koreans that we thought would put up a really good fight, still probably be favored, yet give the best chance for the foreigners to have a chance to compete and even win. Let's move that up there. So that's the Korean angle of it. When it comes to the Chinese players, I work pretty closely with several of the Chinese organizers as well as team managers, and at the end of the day, getting a visa plus the fact that their flights would cost significantly more than most other regions, it was just not going to happen. So I actually lobbied and fought with, and if you contact any of the Leifang guys or otherwise too, you'll know that I tried my best to get one Chinese player into this tournament. It just wasn't meant to be. So it's a little unfortunate because I think the Chinese players have got some really good ones. I would have personally voted for Cloudy. I think him and Time from our team house, not because of the team house, but they've actually shown really good games. I thought they would have been a really cool addition to the tournament. But that being said, if we had been able to make it possible, it would have been a qualifier. It wouldn't have been a pick. But at the end of the day, we just couldn't make it happen. It was unfortunate. And then someone else was asking about NoRegreT playing in today's cup because he is coming from Korea. We've spoken with the organizers. We've spoken with NoRegreT. The middle ground on this one is simply that NoRegreT will have a cap up to what he's paid for. I don't think his full flight will be paid for, but like 80 or 90% of it will be or something.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, again, we're not in charge of the money. We're not flying people out. We're not handling prize pools. We're just helping organize the StarCraft portion of it. But these guys who are running the event, they've been incredibly good at listening and communicating, and we've discussed things back and forth that will hopefully benefit everybody involved, players, casters, fans, etc. So just know that no matter what decision is made for this, we are fighting for the players at the end of the day, I think is the best way to phrase that. But I got a question for you. What did you get up to today between broadcasts?
I did a bunch of chores.
You want to know what I did today?
Sure. What did you do today?
Oh, I went on a fucking rampage and shitpost so much on Twitter, and like
Well, I knew that much.
I'm pretty sure. Hey, hey. I'm pretty sure I lost a bunch of followers for it too, but I don't even care. It was worth it. I got puns on puns on puns, man, and left alone with nothing to do. Here's the layout of how my day went. We did the BTSO this morning. We cast that fully, and it was fun and good times. And then I was going to sleep, but I had too much energy in me, so I ended up watching Doctor Who and some anime, and then ran out of things to do, so I started just shit posting on Twitter. And yeah, I just checked. I lost like 14 followers today.
Oh.
Feels good, man.
Tweeted enough to pop up in their timeline, and they were like, I don't want to follow this guy.
I think it might just be more like they're sick of hearing about fucking ketchup, because that's all it was about all day.
I don't know. I get pretty good at ignoring tweets, I guess. Just scroll. There are some people that do it way too much, though. And those people I don't even bother following in the first place. You can be my best friend, but if you're the type that tweets like every 30 minutes, or the type that like tweets about like their followers and the count, it's not happening.
It's not good. I need you to be real with me. Have you muted me on Twitter?
I've never muted you on Twitter. I don't think I've muted anyone because they talked too much. I have unfollowed people. Like, I love Total Biscuit, but he literally would just clog up my entire timeline because I only follow like 100 people. So, rip.
I'm like 90% sure most people have me muted. They just follow like out of a, I don't know, respect thing or something. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know Roddy. I'm probably still muted by Roddy. I know he muted me back when Pokemon Go was trending, and he like hated how much I was tweeting about it. I was like, oh, it feels bad.
Yeah, he tweeted anyone, or he blocked anyone. I managed to slip by. I made one Pokemon Go tweet, and it slipped by him, so I was safe.
By the way, I know that you didn't know what I was doing, but did you see the contents of the mystery bag giveaway?
I did. I saw the tweet.
So I didn't think anything of it because I'm like, it's a whatever, right? Who cares? And I guess I'll show you guys in stream here in a minute. But when I was IRL streaming, a lot of people were like, "This is not available in America. I would totally wish you would buy me one." And I was like, "Okay, maybe we'll just buy some and give them away on stream." Because why the fuck not?
I didn't even know it was a thing that we didn't have. Like, usually I feel like if something's good enough, Americans are like, "Well, why don't we have it?" Like Kinder eggs, right?
Yeah.
But I've never heard of prepackaged.
It's
McDonald's sauce.
It's the McDonald's Big Mac sauce and the McDonald's McChicken. I'll tell you what. I bought this one for me. So like I have 5 in total. 4 unopened ones we're gonna give away. And this thing actually is legit. I thought it would just be mayonnaise or something, right? It looks like it's just mayonnaise or something, but it's got some flavoring to it. It's actually really nice.
I don't think anyone's gonna say the Big Mac flavorings, and well, I guess some people.
Well, I'm talking about the McChicken one for this. I've never. Do you know I've never had a Big Mac before?
I've never had a McChicken.
There you go. Me neither, but it tasted good. When I go to McDonald's, I literally just eat double cheeseburgers. That's it. Like,
I only go if my mom wants to go. Otherwise, I don't ever go to like McDonald's. The only fast food I've craved is like Taco Bell. Although I did have a nasty hangover, and McDonald's sounded like the best thing to my head, so I did go to McDonald's once for that.
Gotta get that grease game on.
Yeah, basically. Man, dude, after Austin, I went to like the diviest pizza place. I think I told you about it, but damn, that place is just like things are chained to the wall, like the cheese and like the hot pepper flakes, and just so people wouldn't walk off of it. Not because I think it was like people were like crashing on people's heads.
This is too good. We can't afford to lose it.
I mean, you lose so many of because they have a specific jar, right? The one that like it's like glass and it pops open and whatever. Anyways,
I went to well, actually real quick here, guys. Update stream. We have our admin actually having trouble logging into StarCraft right now, which is a bit awkward. We've never really run into this problem before. Dares is great, but and online and available, but he's just having issues getting on. So what we might have to do is somehow set up like a Discord report system or something. I don't know. There's not many people online in the channel, and there's only a few folks who have actually checked in, so the brackets aren't finalized yet, but we'll be getting going with this in a moment or two. Walder's continues his struggles, though.
The struggles.
He says he's downloading on his second PC. Well, I'll let players know what's going on. Oh, wait. Hang on. He just says he's in.
Yeah, I see him in.
Okay, Dares is here. Yay. What was I going to say? Oh, right. So we don't know every single player who's playing today. We know some of them. We know a lot of them, frankly. But there are going to be some players competing that we don't know. We've removed most of the ones that we do know from the bracket that are outside of the North America region, which we've classified as USA, Canada, and Mexico. If anyone here is listening or is playing today or knows somebody who's playing today and you know your opponent's not from those designated regions, please report it to the admin. Was it Mr. Bohr? See, look at this. People went nuts for this sauce shit. What the fuck? Mr. Bohr's background is like, even can I donate? Can I PayPal you money for Big Mac sauce, please?
I feel like you could maybe order it online.
You can't. That's the thing. Like, apparently this is like legit some exclusive Canadian dealio.
There's gotta be a service literally made for like things that can't officially be sold online.
I should just buy all of them and resell them through the stream.
Yeah, there's gotta be
I'd
a
be
service.
an entrepreneurial genius.
Exactly. Although I do like, because I thought you were talking about the Big Mac, and I was like, the Big Mac's just literally like Thousand Island dressing. But I don't know about the McChicken.
Yo, okay, so anyways, we'll be doing all these giveaways through part 2s throughout the cast, and I'll duck out and we'll send them off. But yeah, theirs is here. So brackets ready yet? Question mark. So we can get this show started.
Now, if you ever get the Szechuan sauce, then maybe people will really pay a lot of money.
The Szechuan. Did you watch that Rick and Morty episode?
No, I saw the clip though.
It was such a good troll of releasing that on April Fool's Day. They're fucking geniuses, man.
They're pretty smart. Well, it's quite a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm surprised so many stuck in through the check-ins. Quite a few.
Terminator.
I know. Terminator lives in Toronto. He's like, you got to pay for my gas. I think it's like $50 if I qualify. I'm like, you got it, buddy. Although I hope it'll come out either way. Jason, I know, was going to stream some Zelda speedruns or something, and I yelled at him on Twitter, so it's good to see that he actually checked in. Like, Jason, god damn it. Play the qualifiers, man. Because if he wins his first round match, he plays against NoRegreT, which could be really fun to watch, actually. In fact, if he is on, I kind of want to just grab him. Jason, buddy.
Yeah, Jason's right there. His opponent. Hapseya.
So people are aware too, by the way, we originally did not plan on making this double elimination. This actually was something that the admin of the tournament organizers wanted. So it's going to be a bit of a longer cast, and that's okay. But we'll make them go through as quick as we can. They're all best of 3s. It's player vetoes, so things should just go by lickety-split once things actually get rolling.
Alrighty then.
Jason may not have his opponent here, but that's fine, because if it's a walkover against NoRegreT, we know how to get in contact with NoRegreT.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, so we'll give 5 minutes. Here's the deal, because we've been waiting so long already. We'll give 5 minutes for Jason's opponent to show up. If Hoopsaya isn't here, they'll be disqualified, not from the tournament, but down to the loser's bracket, so they still have a chance to compete. And we'll just walk over Jason to go fight against NoRegreT, which should be interesting, because NoRegreT actually has been killing Koreans. WTF, mate.
Mate.
He got like top 4 in one of the more recent BTSLs, I think. And I was like, oh, nice job.
Yeah. Of course, one before the one today.
That was a weird day, though. Like, I'm not taking anything away from NoRegreT, but beating Alive was like cool, but also Alive was playing so weird. I don't.
Yeah.
I still want to know, like, if he was on drugs or something for that tournament. Like,
wow, not that he's tired or just having a bad day. Like, he's on drugs. Pee into this cup, Alive.
Wow. Apparently, someone on Amazon is selling the McDonald's special sauce for $5,000 plus $4.99 for shipping. What in the fuck? This is. I can't even believe this is real.
Well, if it's not, if it's not
this
available,
is so fucking Photoshop too. This is literally a Thousand Islands dressing salad dressing bottle where they've like just written Big Mac on it. Like, here, once I show you.
If you look at the viewed items of other customers, like, it's literally like the actual thing for $25.
$25 is still a lot. This costs fucking $4 plus what, $5 for shipping? Like, hello?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I see one for like $20. Well, the point is, I could, but I don't want to. This is not something I'm terribly interested in buying.
Also, I'm a little bit confused. These bottles are very different than the one I'm holding in my hand. So I don't know the legitimacy of these other ones. Sold by BuzzFood USA tax free. That sounds legit. Not.
Wherever it is.
Anyways, I don't know. Whatever, guys. Shipping for this, I'll cover. I have no idea how much it would cost to ship one of these. We'll wrap it in a bunch of fucking like newspaper. Yeah. But we'll give some of those away on stream today. We'll give some t-shirts away too, and of course, last but least, or whatever the phrase is. Fuck, I can't speak. The Bit Boss is still going on. People took some stabs at 47ish before the stream got going, but for those who don't know what the deal is, whoever is the current Bit Boss at the end of the day will get a BlizzCon ticket from us. Whoever has the most bits donated. So, for example, 47ish right now is the most bits cheered today, without a doubt. But if he's killed by like 11 other people, and those people don't actually cheer more than him, he'll have the consolation prize of the StarCraft 2 Risk Board Game Collector's Edition signed by everybody at Austin. But that being said, I think everyone wants the BlizzCon ticket. So if you guys aren't in the running for the BlizzCon ticket, I say you take the route of Rifkin and just go for Chaos and do damage just for the sake of doing damage.
Okay, well, apparently his opponent's here, but he needs 2 minutes.
Okay, well, he has 2 minutes, and then actually he has 1 minute, literally. This, by the way, is going to be a tournament that is not necessarily about fairness. There is only one spot available, and you're playing not just for a chance to compete in the final tournament, but you also get a fully paid trip and hotel fee. If he can't be here on time, then we won't be accommodating that. And that applies to anybody. This could be TLO. This could be innovation. I wouldn't care. We'd still walk him over at the designated time. So if he's not available to go, he'll have to fall to the losers bracket.
Rip.
That being said, though, you're also, I guess, you kind of win $500. I didn't even think about it because we do have last place prize in the tournament. I think it was like 500 or 550. So just by showing up, you'll get prize money just by competing and playing. And if you guys don't know the layout of the actual tournament as well, we're gonna have a round of 8, so 8 players in total. There'll be 2 group stages or groups, I suppose you could say. Excuse me, not stages, because it goes 1 group stage into the semifinals and the finals. But yeah, there we go. 550 for 5th through 8th. And then, of course, first place is 4,000. Woo, that's a lot of money.
Yes. Yep. Walkover time.
All right. So it is NoRegreT versus Jason. Move on with the show. Hoopsaya, I'm so sorry if you watched the broadcast. I wish you the best of luck in the losers bracket, but timing is pretty important. Luckily, it is a loser's bracket, though, and so I don't feel so guilty about axing them down so quick. I guess we did get some subs to shout out while we've been waiting and twiddling our thumbs. So what we're going to do is I'm going to throw up a small commercial break while we get the vetoes sorted. When we come back, we'll do sub shout outs. We'll get the first game going, and we'll see you guys for the start of the North by Northeast Gameland Qualifiers. See you soon. Alright, folks, we're back. Hello again, and we're going to be getting into games here momentarily. So, NoRegreT and Jason are doing vetoes. We also had to figure out what server to use. It does favor North America, as this is the North American qualifiers, but good guy Jason says he's no problem playing on West to try and help accommodate NoRegreT. But we got a big round of sub shoutouts to do. So, Shamalius, thank you for the 16 months. Does this one hurt the Bit Boss? No, subs don't, but for some reason donations do, even though they shouldn't. Like, I don't know what's up with that. Menelker, 5 months, says, yeah, you guys rock. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, dude. Neanderthal, thank you for new sub. Hi! Marish, for 33 months, comes back to say, bring us more ketchup jokes. I'm all out, dude. I used them all up in my shit posting today. I went on a rampage, and I regret it. Horgol.
You know, like, we'll just, like, tap you on your... No, I'm not going to say it.
On my what? On my penis? It's like the sexually oblivious woman meme. Thank you, Horgol33, for the new sub. Dong Holster. Speaking of sexually oblivious. Dong Holster for the 4-month resub. And then last but not least, Starpants just hit us up with a 16-month sub moments ago. Of course, reminder blanket, for those who have been subscribed to the channel for over 12 months, you are eligible to get a free real-life Partouf coin. You just have to send us a message requesting one so we can check out your history, make sure you've been here for a full year, all that good stuff. But we've only gotten, like, I think, two requests this month. I guess we're kind of past the hump of most of the first 12 years? Or 12 months, excuse me.
12 months?
Yes.
There you go.
12 years would be a very long time.
That would be. That'd be quite impressive.
Alright, well, we're in the lobby for Odyssey. Also, again, Hoopsaya is joining us in chat. I guess maybe he missed what was going on. Our dearest, sincerest apologies, dude. But if you got to be here on time. It's a tournament. There's money on the line. Tardiness is not tolerated.
Yeah. Well, we are ready to go.
All right.
Let's use the first map. And they're both ready.
It's too bad we couldn't bet bits. I know why we can't, though. Yeah, because it's money and gambling. Partoofs are fun and free, so it's not. But I agree. That would be cool. I also think it'd be really nice if you could choose to cash out bits or not. So, for example, if someone cheers 100 bits at BaseTradeTV, I should have the option of either cashing out the 100 bits, or maybe I could use those 100 bits to cheer for Zombie Grub on her channel. I don't like that it's not a fluid currency, but I also understand why it's not. But anyways, first game, brand new, best of 3. There's a lot of games, a lot of qualifiers, a lot of matches happening today. But I think this one's going to be pretty nice.
It's a pretty nice first setup. Which I mean, quite a few. I'm glad to see the people that signed up, I guess. Like, we've had disappointing North American performances, or not performances.
Involvement?
Sure, that word. Fine, yeah. Participation, that's what I was actually going for, but close. Before. But this is who actually wanted, like, Game Time, Peely Peely, Creature,
actually,
Jason.
Yeah. I think for me, Peely Peely and Game Time stand out pretty hard in here. Jon Snow as well. A lot of cool names and a lot of good players. And while we will oftentimes like to make fun of or roll our eyes at North America, they do have good talent. And if you guys didn't see that showcase at DreamHack Austin, you really missed out. That being said, we are getting into game number 1, and Canada in the top left. He is going to be the Yellow Terran player, Juggernaut Jason.
In the bottom right, as the Red Zerg, he is NoRegreT. NoRegreT.
Now, of course, for those who missed it earlier, NoRegreT is playing from Korea. We've discussed this, but I'll put it on the VOD as well. We've talked to both him and the organizers, and they're all aware, they're all in the know. NoRegreT, coming from Korea, has a more expensive plane flight budgeted than, say, anywhere from North America. So he will, if he qualifies, receive only a certain amount, but not a fully paid flight. Hotel and stuff will still be covered and all that good stuff. That being said, he's got to get there first.
Yeah, I mean, he has to get to actually win the finals, or hope that the winner of the finals mysteriously gets food poisoning, or more realistically, qualifies for DreamHack.
Well, that's what's going to be tough about it, though. There are only 4 spots available through North America to get to DreamHack Jönköping, and a lot of the folks who aren't qualifying, they don't have the money to really fly themselves out there like it's an open bracket, casual, easy peasy Austin styles. So, on one hand, I hope everyone the best of luck for WCS and all that good stuff. On the other hand, I think that we're still going to get some good player turnout for our thing. It's also worth noting we are only awarding 1 invite spot through this qualifier, but we do have an invite, like an after invite locked, loaded, and good to go. So let's say Jason doesn't qualify through, but he gets really far, finishes 2nd place. He may just be somebody we pick to, I guess, revive or resurrect through an invite.
Yeah, could be. I do like that. The option here at BaseTradeTV. Right, the matchup. So we don't do a lot more North American stuff, as I talked about participation before, but I'm glad to see that it turned out the way that it did today. We do know a little bit about everyone that is here, all the names that I mentioned. So I know a little bit about Jason, and I know people actually watch his stream quite a lot. He's actually a pretty good streamer, from what I understand. I don't catch his stream.
He's actually... He plays a lot of mech and likes to follow the footsteps of his master, Avilo, from what I understand. Oh, he's going to see this VOD and kill me. I'm sorry, Jason. I didn't mean to be.
Yeah, right? Brutal. So, okay, well, anyways. So, I guess I said, you know a little bit, and we know a bit about NoRegreT as well. NoRegreT actually is, random with all 3 races, which is actually pretty impressive. And he's quite proud of it, I think. So it's not that he only relies on all-ins, but this is how he beat Alive. He would go to the 3rd base, and then he would go for an all-in of Lings. So, of course, Jason, I think, knowing exactly, everyone knows how NoRegreT plays. Even the Koreans know how he plays. That's why it was even more baffling that Alive just kept... Look, the thing is, Alive, 1 game he was caught off guard because it was an odd all-in. Fine. But the 2nd game, he just had bad control. Otherwise, he should have been no problem because he scouted it. Alive just had a weird day. But even the Koreans know, I think NoRegreT's cheesy and weird. But it still works because it occasionally happens. Everyone dies to Haas. Everyone dies to NoRegreT occasionally. A lot of lings are on the way, so it is kind of looking what I was talking about. I don't think NoRegret's gotten much scouting other, like, no, he hasn't. So these aren't like defending lings, because he knows there's a Hellbent attack on the way, which there could have been. This is a Hellion opener after all, and he was going to be a little suspicious, but no, it's actually a pretty regular follow-up. Raven is like the new thing to do, but it still is not too uncommon. And then a third CC, which NoRegret isn't going to bother scouting, because he's of course going to be scouting with his attack, as it just runs on in here.
We can still raise the depots. The guy was really late to get on top of it, so a bit of a mistake from Jason. I guess he was focused down here in the center of the map. This is just lings, though, right? Like, this isn't ban lings. This is something that eventually would be cleaned up, but with the depot being down, I don't know if he will. SCVs are pulling. Some of the Hellions are still alive in the back of this. It's getting a little bit messy here for Jason. Not losing a lot of workers just yet, but now the SCVs are starting to go down. The Hellions disappearing, and there's not a lot left to actually kill anything. I like the idea of trying to get the wall down, but another Raven is going to be not the greatest choice. Like, you've got limited energy. The auto turrets don't last forever. Another engineering bay block.
I can't hear you at all, so it's all you.
Okay, well, thanks Skype. Thank our Lord and Master Skype for this one. But yeah, the problem with the Ravens is, like, auto turrets are phenomenal. However, they're limited. Like, you can't attack forever. Something like a Banshee could eventually clean up all these lings, whereas clearly the Raven can't contribute much of anything. One more auto turret will not save Jason, and GG's get called. NoRegret takes game number 1. We did Discord that one day. Would you want to do that instead?
I guess so.
Give that a shot and see how it goes. But we'll get the next game up first before we fiddle and finagle.
Okay.
M. Canny isn't playing. I know, dude! Breaks my heart. Some of the players missed it in the brackets today. But again, we got some good ones, so I'm not too upset by it. Is Neeb already qualified having won Austin? That has nothing to do with our tournament, so the answer to that is no. And he's chosen not to play, probably because he's going to Jönköping, I would imagine. So, I love Neeb a lot, but he's probably not going to be at our tournament, guys. Although it would be really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, going back to that game for a moment, I'm a little bit surprised because I swear NoRegret's the only guy who can make just lings work. Like, Banling busts, I don't know about, question mark. You see Roaches and the Ravager all-ins. You literally never see anybody ling all-in a Terran player. Yet, NoRegret has now done this to Jason, as we just witnessed, but also Korean Terrans and won. So, there's something about NoRegret, man.
Yeah, I want to talk about it, but I like, Skype is being the worst. I literally can't hear you.
Okay, let's restart the call for now. Hold on. Hello, mosh mosh.
Hi.
Alright, well, actually, I guess we can fiddle with Discord. I mean, the only thing is, like, I can hear you clearly. It's just you can't hear me for whatever reason. So, I will mute whichever one doesn't sound better. Where did we go last time? Mods? Mod chat. There we go.
You can call each other directly.
I forgot about that. Let's do that.
Okay.
Alright.
Hello?
So, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me or no? Hello? Do you want to try speaking? This is going swimmingly. Zombie Grub, hello? Can you hear me on Discord or no?
No.
Okay, we'll mess with that later then. We'll just stick with Skype for now and hope for the best. I don't want to be mucking around because we are in game number 2. Worst case scenario, Rifkin ends up solo casting it. Just let me know if the audio goes poopy again. We'll get it sorted during a break. Shout out Cannibal Sheep, by the way. Getting into game number 2, spawning here in the upper left, we have the yellow Terran player, Juggernaut Jason.
In the bottom right is the red Zerg. He is NoRegret.
It was Juggernaut, the winner of the first game. Feels bad, man.
Confused me for a second. Yeah, so I didn't hear like at all the last like 3 minutes, but
You got to watch it.
I think I could gather. Yeah, but I don't know what points you already made. But I know you're talking about like why is like NoRegreT the only one that can make just pure Lings work?
Yeah,
I think I caught that much.
Yeah, he's like the only player, like no other, everyone else in the world. Like, and to be clear, if Jason had his wall up, that may have just failed miserably. We don't actually know, but there's a couple of mistakes here and there that led to the ultimate defeat.
Yeah. Well, what's really clever and what sucks for the Terran is trying to scout that specific all-in is really difficult to do. If you see a Banelanus early enough, even if you have 3 hatcheries, you're going to be suspicious. But if you literally see nothing, except, the 3rd hatchery and then no other structure, then you're going to be really, looks like what the hell's happening. So either that they really know it's on the way, which, for instance, Alive did in the 2nd game. He saw, like, a bunch of Lings and was, like, mentally prepared and should have been physically prepared and then mismicroed. Or you just have to have, like, immediate split-second response with all your Hellions back at home. Because Hellions are a great way to deal with it. Like, that's not wrong, especially if you have 6 or more. But it's just that, all the Terrans we've seen so far keep getting them surrounded and caught off guard.
Yeah. And I think what's interesting is, if you guys didn't catch the games with NoRegreT before that we had been referencing, one of the things he did that was kind of cool was he hid a lot of Lings. Like, he would make the 16, but he'd keep them in the back of the base, behind the mineral line. Like, he really didn't want them scouted. And it really was that element of surprise. And, well, in some cases, that element of surprise is a bit cheesy and silly, and you kind of scoff at it. If it gets a win at the end of the day, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, of course. And I wouldn't be too surprised to see NoRegreT do it again, because that's what he did versus Alive, and it worked both times. So, Jason has mixed up his opener. He's going for a 2-on-1 now, which is tricky. Thank you, the proud you Dalim, for the 100 bits.
Stab.
Yeah. What's that about? Oh, it's like it could be better, it could be worse. I mean, the tricky thing is that if the Marines are all consolidated together and surrounding each other, then they're pretty good against Ling Floods. But if they're picked up and then have to be dropped back at home, that very classic attack we've seen when 2-on-1 was like in its infancy, like then it can be very difficult to utilize them. They may even be more difficult to defend against Hellion or Ling attacks than the Hellions would be. Oh. Ew. Well, loses an Overlord there.
That's been unfortunate.
Yeah, it was pretty unnecessary. A single Ling can tell you what the build is, really. If you see Hellions, a Hellions. If you see a bunch of Marines, and it's a 2-1-1. And any priority, after that is up to the Overlord to scout. But that Overlord ain't scouting no more. Quick lair, so NoRegreT is not going for the same all-in. Or rather going for, I'm guessing, 2 base mutas. There's still no Roach Warren.
Yeah, these are a little annoying with all these Marines. Should be able to clean this up. I think if it is going to be 2 base muta, we've actually seen that work, and it's made us in the Korean games go like, why? Like, this is a build that got shut down a long time ago. Folks stopped using it for most of Legacy, but in more recent days, it started coming back into light. And I think, on one hand, it's great. Like, if you're going for mutas, things like Medivacs become less of a problem. We've sat here and we've cast games where the Zerg players haven't been able to touch Medivacs for like 15 minutes into a game. So having mutas out early guarantees drops won't get out of hand. But the problem is, mutas are still not great against Marines. With a 2-1 opener, Jason's going to have no shortage of those.
That's certainly true. We'll see how the actual attack goes. It can go pretty harshly either way, or they can simply just bounce off each other. There's a lot of different options, but if all the Marines unload in like a mineral line, that's going to be a lot of damage for NoRegreT to take. If they're caught preemptively or not in a mineral line or just out and about, then of course the mutas and the Lings will get surrounds and take out everything, and that'll be a bad start for Jason. The mutas, I mean, the Spire's still only halfway done, so it is up to the Lings right here, right now.
I like this pre-unload, that's nice.
If Jason could at least see the 3rd base is only still forming, that'd be pretty good. Because then he'll figure that it's probably fast mutas.
It focuses down the Queens, actually. I like that a lot, because now you just pick up and fly out of there. But you're right, like that is that question of like, was that enough information for him? Because with no scouting to the main, no confirmation of even the lair, he doesn't know that it's going to be the mutas just yet. And if he hangs around too long, he'll lose the Medivacs for it. Good positioning behind the mineral lines.
Yeah, you have to worry about patrolling or controlling these. I think the signs are all there, but it really is a question of like, does the Terran really see that in the midst of the game? That's not a wall. Or do they just believe in their pressure so much? Because even like with a 2-base Spire, if they provide appropriate aggression, your mutas have got to stay at home for a long time. which is, you know, fine for the Terran players not to get missile turrets if that is the case. But Jason might just not be like reading this correctly. He might think that was just simply a later third base because upgrades and maybe a roach horn was put down, even though there's no roaches yet. And now I see some mutas.
Oh, what am I got about 7 kills there? It wasn't quite the magic shot he was hoping for, but kind of cool attempt at a bait out of Jason. He sends one of the lower medevacs home, I guess, to pick up the rest of the Marines. Combat Shields is almost done, but not quite, so it's not something where I think he wants to really pressure too much. Giving away any of the Marines now would certainly be a waste. Nice
I think he's got some good control over the game. The thing about the 2-base Spire has always been that it can get you, as a Zerg player, a lot of control. Like, you're constantly moving around, forcing them to spend minerals on missile turrets, picking off whatever you can, Widow Mines, tanks, medevacs. Delaying the third base, ideally, which isn't happening here.
He's thinking this is the third. That's interesting. I guess he did fully wall off with engineering base. Transferring would not be easy.
Most Terrans take it versus Zerg on this place, don't they?
Maybe. I'm actually not sure, to be honest. Thinking on it. Turret's not going to finish. In fact, gets killed. No cancel. That kind of sucks.
Yeah. This is really good. The mutas have got to start doing some pressure. You do skip a lot of things when you go for 2-base muta. So, of course, the upgrades are a lot later. NoRegreT doesn't have banelings, and if he was just literally staying back at home and Jason was like allowed to prepare an attack,
no,
lack of banelings would be brutal.
Well, I thought it was gonna snipe the mules, but I guess not.
Yeah, me too. I think he also saw the army move out, so he knows he's got to get into position. So it was a hard call to make. NoRegreT's putting a lot into these mutas, by the way, like not just 8 and then trying their best with them. Like he's now putting 6 more mutas into it, so there isn't a lot of money for banelings specifically. He's got a lot of lings. I don't think he needs too many more lings, but the banelings are all, you know, unavailable right now.
A little bit late to the repair, but looks like it'll be good enough for that surround. Trades out for a couple mutas as the SCVs get picked off. Moving in on that right side, though, positioning's not bad, and a lot of the creep tumors just got picked off, so positioning here for NoRegret's going to be difficult. Also, with these rocks still up, he can't bring lings in from behind and get us around.
Yeah. And then Jason has a lot longer to reinforce, so... he's going to lift and leave, but that doesn't work out versus mutas.
Widow Mine should have gone off on the lings if they were able to be. Would have made this a lot easier for him, but these medevacs are probably going to die now. Feels bad, man. The reinforcements are on the way, but they're not close enough.
This might be... I mean, the attempt to save the medevacs is almost...
Ooh. You might just pull it off.
Well, so what am mine?
Oh, friendly fire is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, Jason might have been too aggressive right there, waiting for a bigger army, more Widow Mines, and just, you know, a more concrete army to go up against the Ling Flood. Probably would have been a better thing, because NoRegreT at this point is kind of just all-inning. Like, is past the point of not getting 1-1 because he had to delay it. It's like, he's literally just going for Ling, Baneling, Muta all-in, which is very part of the Swarm, and it's already gotten, like, great things done with it. Like, he's already in a winning position. The
concern here, there's not enough Widow Mines. He tried to micro that one, but was a little bit late. He's got to somehow deal with these Banelings, and Marine splits alone won't cut it with the mutas here. SCVs put into the action. They might just get exploded on in the casual damage. Ooh! Collateral is what I meant, but still, same C word. Either way, Widow Mine up here gets a really good shot, but so many SCVs die for this. Second factory was on the way. He knew he wanted more Widow Mines, but it just wasn't going to happen. If he survives the attack, he'll be down in workers. He'll have upgrades going for him, which will be nice. But Jason just took quite a bit of economic damage. Not much returned through these Widow Mines either. Also, I'm assuming Zombie Up can't hear me. And without a reply, I'm going to guess that's the case. I'm not sure why we're having so many sound problems today, but... More Banelings are on the way, and the continued all-in is kind of forced out of NoRegreT. He's a bit late to getting upgrades, so there's no way to really start them now. If Jason can hold off this attack, though, even if he loses workers for it, but he just holds onto the attack, again, he's got 1-1 going for him. He'll have a pretty nice army supply after that. One of the biggest struggles was he got caught after losing his forward aggression, right? Like, he lost a lot of the units he had to fight with. This time around, should be able to collapse on this no problemo. Only a few Banelings left. He's clumped up in the mineral lines, though. Not where you want to be. He walks face first into the Banelings. Only a couple of mutas remain as Lings flood in. We'll see if the Marine production is going to be enough, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. And Jason, oh, he needs that mining. He's not starving for minerals just yet, but it's enough to tap out. And GG, NoRegreT will take the series 2-0 and knock poor Jason down to the losers match. Bloop, 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 bloop. All right, so this gives us some troubleshooting time now. Get Zombie Up's camera back up through Skype, and I guess we'll get hopefully audio going through Discord. Maybe that'll work better. Thank you very much. The proud Udalum. Another 100 bits coming in. But advancing on, we'll find who we're casting next, I guess. This is actually a pretty quick series. So sit tight, folks. We'll see you soon. Alright, folks, we're back. And we're just going to test really quick to make sure that this is actually working. Hello, Zombie Grub.
Hello.
Okay. I'm actually not sure Discord sounds better for me than Skype does. So, say a sentence.
The quick fox. Shit.
The quick brown fox? What color's the fox?
I don't know.
This definitely doesn't sound better than Skype. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll mute Discord sound. You give me Skype sound back. Okay,
I mean, I could have just muted my mic on Discord, but that's fine.
Oh, well, either way, same result. There we go. Well, me muting it also guarantees no weird sounds get through. Like if someone, I don't know how that stuff works. Maybe they poke me or ping me or something.
Yeah.
But okay, that's working, so we'll let it be. Someone says they want to see some Jon Snow. I wouldn't mind seeing some Jon Snow either. He's playing against a player named Buster. They're not currently in game.
Oh, he's not in the chat channel, so I didn't know. Oh no, he's in chat channel. Terry's still talking in the wrong chat.
Darius has been talking in the wrong chat for a while. Alright, so if Jon Snow's opponent's here, we can certainly cast that. But he's saying no, he's not here, so it might be a walkover and then we won't see him for a little bit. Panda Me advances as well. All these Zerg players just getting through those brackets. I will say, though, on the lower side, Game Time versus Panda Bear Me could be a very good round of 8 match, actually.
Yeah, I certainly would like to get to that if it happens.
Peely versus Creature is likely to happen on the top side. In fact, Peely advances as I'm speaking. Of course, there's a loser's bracket, and Terminator, one of our chatters here and subs on the channel, is competing and trying his darndest. Bacon Hero takes a literal stab at the boss. Ketchup! This guy's got a lot of health, though. He doesn't have to work really hard to take him down.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Buster might actually be here. There we go. I see him online. He's,
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we'll have Jon Snow versus Buster coming up. I don't know a single thing about Buster.
Well, he's apparently on the CSL team for Waterloo.
Yeah, checking his profile right now. He's max level with all races. He's Grandmaster a couple of seasons. He plays Archon mode. What? Nobody plays Archon mode.
Whoa, he'd be like our only opponent if we played.
I know. Well, that's kind of neat. Well, the CSL has got some pretty decent players in it. Nobody really, I think, has ever stood out to me as like, oh my god, the next Bonjour. But it's got some pretty good folks in it. Real quick.
Not to find the Bonjour there.
Hmm?
Shocking.
What?
I just made a joke. It's nothing.
Okay, well, I literally didn't hear it, so I'm not trying to make you feel awkward. I just didn't hear what you said. But thank you, by the way, to Mark BT for the 15-month resub. Sorry we missed that about 20 minutes ago. I also apparently didn't actually play commercials when we did the commercial break, so while we're waiting for Vito's, we're just going to get that out of the way. We'll be back in a few minutes.